Data makes a difference. You can improve the quality of your website and increase conversions by monitoring analytics. That's why we created real-time reporting for every project. Track dynamic stats about your audience, website traffic, and ad performance. Let's check it out.
The reporting tool is available for all your projects that are connected with analytics. These reports help you stay on top of your data by displaying clear, easy-to-understand charts for website analytics and advertising performance. These in-depth reports provide all the knowledge you need to improve and fine-tune your site. To access it, click on the blue reporting icon. The first page you'll see is the reporting overview. This page highlights the top-level activity across your project. You can view more in-depth information with the colored cards. The orange icon shows your website stats. Your marketing data is the red icon, and the green icon shows your social data. If you're a company admin, you'll also see a blue settings icon, where you can connect your analytics accounts. On the overview page, you'll see a summary of your project performance. To change the time period of the reporting, click the drop-down menu. Let's take a look at some of the data presented on this page. If you haven't added your Facebook or Google Analytic IDs in the Settings tab, you won't see any data. At the top, we see information about your Facebook marketing campaigns. The cost graph breaks down the cost by ad groups and includes cost per 1,000 impressions, cost per click, click-through rate, and cost per unique click. Monitoring this data helps you stay within your budget and determine if your marketing efforts are adequate or if they need to be increased. The stats graph shows the performance of your Facebook ads. We include metrics like impressions, clicks, and total ad spend to provide a clear picture of your ad's performance. For your Google AdWord campaigns, we use the same metrics sorted by AdWord groups. The user graph shows how many users visited your site each day. The user line is the total amount of users on your site, whereas the new user line represents the amount of people who are visiting your site for the first time. We use cookies to identify which users are new and which are returning. This information helps you determine if your marketing efforts are driving new traffic to your site and if your site is engaging enough to produce repeat visitors. The sessions graph shows the amount of sessions and bounces your site has had in a given time frame. A session is when a user spends time on your site. A bounce is when a user comes to your site and quickly leaves. This chart helps you understand how many people are visiting your site and staying versus those who are quickly leaving. The event tracking table keeps track of the number of times certain events take place. These events are customizable to your website. Common event tracking categories include downloads, video plays, and navigational clicks. Event tracking actions are also customized for your site. Common actions to track include video play rates and document downloads. This helps determine the content your audience is enjoying the most and can help map out the customer journey. Next, let's look at the website reporting. To access it, press the orange icon. At the top, we can see the user and session graph that we saw on the previous page. Below, there are additional graphs detailing the traffic coming to your site. This information can help you find out what's driving customers to your website. On the Traffic by Campaign graph, you can see the traffic to your site organized by which marketing campaign brought them in. With this information, it's easy to see which campaigns are generating the best results. On the Traffic by Source graph, you can see where users are coming from when accessing your site. Common sources include Google, where a visitor reaches your site from a search result, or direct, where the visitor simply typed in your URL. This helps you identify links that are driving people back to your site. For example, if you are a guest blogger on a different website and included a link back to your own site, you can measure the traffic that's coming from that blog post. The social network traffic chart depicts which social media platforms are bringing in users. This helps you track ROI on your social media efforts. The Traffic by Google Ads graph shows the number of users visiting your site by clicking on a specific ad. This information helps you determine which ads are driving the best results. The page view graph shows the amount of pages a user visits. If a visitor goes to a page twice in a session, it'll be counted as 2 page views and 1 unique page view. If your page views are significantly higher than your amount of users, you know that your clients are visiting multiple pages in a session and are highly engaged. Likewise, if they are low, it indicates that you need to update your site to be more interactive. Average time on page shows the duration of your client's visit to a page. Use this information to measure user engagement and your web page's stickiness factor. Next, we have the event tracking category and the event tracking action graphs that we saw on the overview page. Let's check out the marketing report. The marketing report includes in-depth information about your ad campaigns and performances. On the top of the page, we'll see the Facebook and Google ad campaign graphs that we saw on the overview page. The clicks graph shows you how many people have clicked on your ads. This includes all ads from multiple Google campaigns. In this graph, you'll see the impressions for your ads. An impression is when someone sees your ad but doesn't necessarily click it. This is a good way to track the reach of your ads. The cost per thousand graph shows you how much you're spending on ads. The cost line shows the amount you spent, while the CPM shows the cost per thousand. In the cost per click graph, you can see the cost per click within the time selected. The information from these two graphs help you stay within your marketing budget and determine if it's substantial enough to meet your goals. Next, you'll see information about your audience. It's important to understand who your audience is in order to increase your appeal to them. The audience age bracket pie graph shows your audience broken down by age. Use this information to cater your website content for the age group visiting the most. Next, we see audience by gender, which can also help you pinpoint exactly who is visiting your site and what you can provide for them. The last graph shows which cities your users are in. This information helps you determine if you need to shift your marketing efforts or to increase them in certain areas. Let's take a look at the next tab, Social Media Marketing. Within the Social tab, you'll see a bar graph showing your website's traffic by social platform. You can build a better understanding about which social media platforms your clients are using to find you, and which networks you need to work on by keeping an eye on this chart. The Social Summary contains links to all the social media profiles you have set up. Having them in one spot makes it easier to stay organized and aware of your social media presence. The blue gear button brings you to the reporting settings. You'll only be able to access this page if you're a company admin. This is where you can connect analytic accounts to the reporting tool. Simply place your analytics ID here and click Save. To return to the overview page, click on the blue reporting icon. To return to the dashboard, click the Dashboard tab. We hope this video has made you more confident in using our reporting tool. If you have any additional questions, please email us at support@push360.com.